Murph Reviews.
Hello, you're watching Murph Reviews. Murph here. Today we will be looking at artificial refuse. Are they good to invest in if you are wishing to save the environment? I split this video up into what is artificial refuge and what are their goals in one section, then negatives, then positives, and then finally, should you buy this product? Let's get into it. So let's dive into what an artificial refuge is and what are its goals. As many of you guys may know, habitat destruction is a huge problem in today's world as a result of climate change, deforestation, and wildfires. This habitat destruction displaces tons of animals, leaving them with their shelters or homes destroyed. What an artificial refuge is, it is a man-made home, man-made shelter for these animals, such as a birdhouse. And what its goals are is to provide these animals a home long enough so that the environment can be built back up, recover, and the animals are preserved, the ecosystem, the way things work, stay in balance. Now, a disclaimer on this product, it is for animals that have a backbone and are either living on land or in the air or both. Now that we've gone through that, let's get into some positives and negatives about this product. Okay, now let's jump into what the negatives are about this product. Sadly, it is not all sunshines and rainbows. While biologists were going through this product, they failed on most of the occasions to analyze some of these factors, one of which was distance from resources. This is a very important factor because distance from resources matters a ton for an animal's shelter, since it needs food and water, things like this, so that they can live and thrive themselves, but also provide for their offspring. Another thing is the predation levels around where the artificial refuge was constructed. This was not measured. A lot of the times they put it in an area where predators had constant movement in. This risked a lot of animals' lives and ended up putting them in more danger. The next thing that is not really an analysis thing, more of a construction factor, would be how the artificial refuge is made and its materials. So when it's constructed, a lot of the times it's not made to blend into the environment and look exactly how the natural shelter would look. This is a problem because predators will see a weird shaped box or something as an example, and they will know that their prey is in there after a while. After seeing patterns, they will realize that their food is in that box. Food box relationship, just like a shark follows a fishing boat, same deal. The next thing would be how these shelters are made, the interior of them. And a good example of this would be the blue-tongued lizard. So in an original blue-tongued lizard burrow, it has to enter head first into the burrow. Therefore, it can get into this chambers easier, stuff like that. Well, when constructing the blue-tongued lizard's burrow artificially, scientists ended up making it so they had forced them to enter backwards. This increased the levels of predation, and stuff like this on different animals increases the level of predation, ends up being a negative towards their survival. The last thing, and personally, I think the scariest one of them all, is the thermal properties of these artificial refuges. You might be thinking, thermal properties? What? So, say, we'll grab the birdhouse real quick again. Say this is a box for a bat to come in. We'll say it's a bat box. Maybe you've seen one of those. Flies in, and is living good. Everything's working well, it's splendid and nice. But the properties, the material of these things are too hot. This results in some animals getting cooked alive, or their eggs not being able to hatch, whether it be too cold, too hot. So these thermal properties are very important and can end up either making it extremely hard for animals to survive, near impossible, or allowing them to survive. So it's a huge deal. Wasn't measured, ended up costing some animals some lives. And yeah, so now that we've looked at those negatives, we're going to go into some positives, and then finally the conclusion on what you should do. Moving on to the positives of this product. As you know, around the world, lots of issues involving animals and them going extinct. This is a solution. That's the first positive. This is an actual solution to a problem. It's not just, oh, people always say we need to do something about animals going extinct. This is the action. It's action that's happening right now. So it is a solution to a problem. It's flawed a little bit, but it's a solution. The second thing is it has made vast improvements. The information I got from this for this video came from an article called Artificial Refuse, What is the Science Behind It? It's an expert to expert text. All right, it is showing what experts that are making wildlife artificial refuse, what they have done, what they need to do better next time. And it did give some examples of improvement. It showed that these thermal properties that end up cooking animals alive, they actually were fixed once they went into Europe. So in America they were good, but then they put them into Europe basically, and the same thermal properties didn't work. They ended up fixing that. So now Europe has its own thermal properties for the artificial refuse, and the temperature is correct for these animals over there. That was an example of an improvement, and this whole article is an example of improvement, showing how biologists can improve artificial refuse. And the third thing, most important, is that these people that are building, these biologists, they don't make a ton of dough, and their passion is to see these animals survive and see them thrive and see these ecosystems continue to be there in our world. That means they are going to both look at what they did wrong, look at what they did right, and improve for next time. They're not looking to make a ton of money. They're looking to improve their product, make it better. And that is the third best positive. Now that I've given you all this information, we're going to go on to, should you buy this product? Is it worth it? So, this is the conclusion. Simple answer. Should you invest in this product if you are looking to help out the environment? Put some money in there. Let the scientists build their artificial refuse, help out these animals. Should you do it? Yes. Simple answer. Yes, you should do it. If you're looking to help out the environment. The simple fact is, there has been some bumps on the road. Obviously, there were some things that weren't measured. The construction errors were a thing. The predators had easier times identifying some boxes. All this, though, is known by them now. They need more money to conduct more tests to find out how they can best use these artificial refuse so that they can end up saving these animals. And if these animals are not saved, they will end up going extinct anyway. Although these artificial refuse, in some cases, may be killing or hurting some of these animals' chances of survival. Over time, eventually, if the habitat is not helped out by these artificial refuse, these animals are going to die anyways, and their species would go extinct. So this is a solution to a problem of habitat destruction and stuff like that, and it is a great product to invest in if you're looking to help out the environment around the world, help out species around the world. That's all I got. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please add them in the comments. Till next time, peace out.